Introducing our brand new custom recession indicator series. This was inspired by a recent video we did discussing the SAHM rule. The SAHM rule identifies times when the unemployment rate begins to accelerate higher during times of recession. You see, it's not so important if the unemployment rate is 4.0 or 4.1, but rather during a recession, it spikes higher quickly. That's what the SAHM rule identifies. So, for example, we see the gray histogram bars in the background that identifies those moments in time when the unemployment rate, shown here in blue, spiked up. Well, we thought, why not apply this to some other economic numbers? The same type of rationale. So we're going to start with the Empire State Manufacturing Index, and we're going to try to apply this to a variety of different economic numbers over time and see what results come of that. So, how do we calculate this? It's the same process that's used in the original SAM rule, only not applying it to the unemployment rate, applying it, in this case, to the Empire State Manufacturing data. We compare the current level, which is the 3-month moving average, to the highest average over the past year. So what we're looking for is for, during a recession, for manufacturing to really get hit hard, and the 3-month moving average spikes down, moving far away quickly from the highest average over the past year. And when that happens, these lines go up. You see, the higher the yellow line is, that's the Empire Manufacturing with the SAM rule calculations. Those spikes to the upside show us the spread, the difference between the 3-month moving average and the 12-month high. So, how does this identify a recession? Well, what we're going to do is use the same recessionary periods identified with the original SAM rule using the unemployment rate. That's shown here in red, but we're going to use that as a template, and we're going to see, what did manufacturing, for example, in this case, what did manufacturing look like during those recessionary periods? For example, on the left-hand side, 2005, we saw a spike up to 31. 31 represents the difference of the 3-month moving average and the 12-month high of that period. Well, that wasn't so bad. But notice, shortly afterwards, 2008, 2009, the financial crisis, we saw a spike up to 45. And that coincided with the recession identified by the SAM rule that's shown in red. So we look at the red area, that's the template. What did manufacturing look like? It hit a high of 45. Fast forward to 2015, we had a slight economic pullback, nothing horrible. That hit a level of 30, no big deal. But then we see the COVID crisis, 2020, we hit a high of 59 inside that red shaded area, which again, that's the recession. So we can see here in the first situation, 2008 financial crisis, we hit a high of 45. Now the COVID crisis, 59. More recently, we hit a level of 42, but not quite there. So what can we learn from this? The yellow dotted line shows us the level of 45. And what this study, what this exercise has done is it's shown us that if the Empire State Manufacturing Index, using the SAM rule math, the SAM rule calculations, if that goes above 45, that shows us manufacturing is going down quickly and technically we're in a recessionary period. Where are we now? Well, currently, this is the Empire State Manufacturing Index. Now, this is a raw data that we got the other day. Currently, level of negative 6.6. After last month's negative 6. Before that, 15 to the downside and 14. Well, the SAM rule shows us that where the math calculates we're currently at a level of 12. And what this shows us is that the manufacturing, it's weak, but it's stable. Again, let's go back. We see negative 6.6, negative 6, negative 15. It's right around the same area. It's not going down quickly. It's negative, but it's not getting worse. It'd be better if it was positive, but it's definitely not getting worse, at least not to any strong degree. So that's why we have such low levels. Again, remember that level 45? That would tell us that manufacturing is going down very, very quickly, and that would spike up to 45. 12, and that's following last month's level of 14, before that 19. It's actually stabilizing even more. currently, according to this calculation, manufacturing, it's not strong, but it's stable. Now, we're going to throw in a link here for the original video that discusses the math and the entire approach behind the SAHM rule as it's originally applied to the unemployment rates. And what we're going to do moving forward is apply this process to other economic numbers. So over time, we're gonna get a toolbox of different economic numbers that we can look at to better identify when the economy might be getting itself in a lot of trouble. We hope this has been helpful. We look forward to seeing you back soon.